Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to start the question answer of class 10th chapter 5, and these are the main exercise questions. So let us do them one by one. So the first question here is, the kidneys in the human beings are the part of system for nutrition. A, B is excretion, C is respiration, and D transportation. So we know that the kidneys are actually meant for excretion. Question number 2, xylem in the plants are responsible for A, transport of water, B, transport of amino acid, C, transport of food, and D, transport of oxygen. So the correct answer is A, transport of water. Question number 3, autotrophic mode of nutrition require carbon dioxide and water, B, sunlight, C, chlorophyll, D, all of the above. And so the correct answer is all of the above, because all four things are required in photosynthesis. Question number 4, the breakdown of pyruvates giving carbon dioxide and water and energy take place in A, cytoplasm, B, chloroplast, C, mitochondria, and D, nucleus. So the correct answer is mitochondria. Question number 5, how are fat digested in our body and where does this process take place? So the answer is fats are mainly digested in duodenum and small intestine. The small proportion of the fat is even digested in the stomach. Enzymes used for digestion of fat is lipase, and lipase, when works on fat, it converts it into fatty acid and glycerol. In duodenum, bile juice is secreted, which emulsifies the fat into small droplets and enhances the process of digestion by increasing the surface area. Next, what is the role of saliva in digestion of food? So the saliva is found in mouth, and it has got an enzyme called ptyalin, which is also known as amylase. When it works on the starch, it breaks it into maltose. Okay. Question number 7, what are necessary conditions for autotrophic mode of nutrition and what are its byproduct? Now, autotrophic mode of nutrition is of two types, photoautotropism and chemoautotropism. For photoautotropic mode of nutrition, carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, and light, four things are required, and byproduct is oxygen. In certain organisms, instead of water, hydrogen sulfide is used, so the end product will be sulfur. On the other hand, the chemoautotropic microbes prepare their food by the oxidation of inorganic substances like sulfur, nitrogen, or iron. So when they use sulfur, they produce sulfur dioxide. When they use nitrogen, they either release ammonia or nitrates, and when they use iron, they produce iron oxide respectively. Question number 8, what are the differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Name some of organisms in which the anaerobic respiration found. So the answer is the fermentation, anaerobic respiration, aerobic respectively. Oxygen, fermentation, oxygen is not required. Aerobic respiration, oxygen is required. And anaerobic respiration in muscles, when it takes place when oxygen supply is inefficient or insufficient. Question second is oxygen, ATP produced. So fermentation, 2 ATPs are produced. Aerobic respiration, 36 ATP per molecule of glucose produced, and anaerobic respiration in muscle again produce only 2 ATPs. End products in fermentation, ethanol and carbon dioxide are produced. Aerobic respiration, carbon dioxide and water is produced, and anaerobic respiration, lactic acid is produced. And the fourth is inflammation. Fermentation and aerobic respiration does not cause the inflammation because they are not producing lactic acid, and lactic acid is produced in the insufficient supply of oxygen in muscles where lactic acid is produced, and which causes inflammation. Question number 9, how are alveoli designed to maximize the exchange of gases? So alveoli are actually found in lungs, and they are known as airbags. These are tiny structures which are thousands in number. Alveoli increases the surface area of both the lungs up to 80 to 100 square meter respectively, and these are surrounded by a rich network of the blood capillaries, so helps in the exchanges of gases immediately. Question number 10, what would be the consequences of deficiency of hemoglobin in our bodies? So we know hemoglobin is the carrier of oxygen, so if the hemoglobin is less, naturally the oxygen supply will be badly affected. Hemoglobin amount decreases in the blood, the transport of oxygen will be affected, and person will feel tired and get exhausted easily. In heavy exercise, the person may even get unconscious. Question number 11, describe double circulation in blood of blood in human beings and why it is necessary. So double blood circulation is specific system found in the higher organ. In this system, in one complete circulation, blood passes from heart 2 times. Once it goes to the lungs, called pulmonary circulation. So in pulmonary circulation, deoxygenated blood is taken from the to the lungs for oxygenation, and systemic circulation, after oxygenation, the oxygenated blood is taken to all over the body. So if you see the path of circulation, path of pulmonary circulation, right ventricle contracts and they supply it pumps deoxygenated blood which is taken by the pulmonary artery to the lungs. Pulmonary artery is the only artery which carries deoxygenated blood. Now in lungs it will get oxidized and oxygenated blood will be carried by the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein is the only vein which carries oxygenated blood to the left atrium. Systemic circulation, from the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood is carried by the aorta to all over the body, and deoxygenated blood is brought by the vena cava to right atrium. Advantage: in double blood circulation, the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood are completely separated. The oxygenated blood is carried by the arteries, where the deoxygenated blood is carried by veins. So this system does not allow the mixing of the two type of bloods, and hence each and every part of the body get enough of oxygen. Question number 12. What are the differences between transport of material in xylem and phloem? So the answer is, first difference, substances transported. Xylem, it transport water and minerals. Phloem, it transport prepared food. Second direction, xylem transport material only from the roots to the other parts of the plants, not in the other direction, but the phloem transport food, prepared food, in both the direction, that is from the organ of production to the organ of storage, and from the organ of storage to the various part of utilization. Gravitation, the xylem always works against the gravity, where the phloem can transport the material prepared food in both the direction. Question number 13, last question. Compare the functioning of alveoli in the lungs and nephrons in the kidneys with respect to their structure and functioning. Okay, both alveoli and in the lungs and tubules in nephrons are meant for increasing the surface area. So their main task is to increase the surface area. Both are surrounded by a rich network of blood capillaries. Large surface area of both these structures, that is the alveoli in the lungs, help in the quick and effective exchange of gases, while in tubules it helps in the absorption of nutrients and elimination of waste. So with this we come to the end of the question answer, and if you like this, please give a thumbs up. Not necessary. If you wish to share it with others, not necessary. If you share, it's good. If you want to see more of such videos, subscribe it, and all this is free. You don't have to pay anything. That's all. Thank you. Good day.